Previously on HomeFront Wargaming, we fought round 2 of our Punic Wars campaign. Addie and Jeffrey became locked into a skirmish with both of their smaller armies facing off. The battle was ultimately a Carthaginian victory, and the Roman garrison in Spain was destroyed. However, Addie has a surprise waiting for Carthage as she takes her main army to attack the city itself. Can Carthage hold out for 8 rounds? Stick around to find out.
Welcome to Homefront Wargaming.
Today we will be playing the Siege of Carthage.
I'll be defending Carthage.
And I will be trying to take the city and win a victory for Rome.
I will fight to the last man.
We'll be playing our battle today using the Age of Hannibal rules, which has a section all about conducting sieges. When fighting a siege, the combat acts similar to that of land combat with some notable differences. We pit an attacking force which begins outside the walls against a defender who must hold out for a predetermined number of rounds, in our case 8. That is how long Carthage must hold their capital building.
I put all the guys at the gate, so anybody that tries to come into the gate will just get bombarded with veteran troops. If they break through here, they still have to break through this too. I don't really feel like I need a big force over here.
Jeffrey's main plan of defense for the city is to keep the majority of his veteran Spanish infantry focused on the main gate, with a small supporting force to the far left, defending the secondary point of entry. His final stand of troops are acting as a guard for the Capitol building and will come into combat if need calls.
So I decided to deploy it in a huge line because I'm thinking that if I move them all together, I can probably hit if I move them together and then I split them up, I think it will give me a better chance of them being able to get the thing.
Our attacker gets to move first. Age of Hannibal allows players to bring certain siege engines along with them into combat, such as ladders, siege towers, battering rams, and onagers. These engines must be pushed by a stand of infantry at their rough-going movement, but can be very effective in helping your troops get inside a city. Once she is within 6 inches of the towers, they are allowed to shoot arrows down in all directions, making them a very good defensive mechanic for the siege warfare in Age of Hannibal. However, hits and kills do not count towards the morale clock, which we have set to 7, and Addie has already begun to lose several stands from the shooting alone.
When I was moving my guys up, they didn't even do anything, but since he has these turrets there, he can just shoot me and I die.
I killed one guy.
Round 2 begins with Addie continuing her slow slog towards the walls, hoping she can get some ladders up and get men over. She fires at the walls with all of her onagers, but fails to score even a single hit. Jeffrey continues to pepper her army with arrows from the towers, but begins to get nervous as they are starting to put up ladders for an assault.
So update, there's a big battle going on. Now I don't know what's going on. Oh no! We'll never surrender.
At the end of round 2, Addie is beginning to feel uneasy, having lost several stands to the arrow towers, and Jeffrey holding his own at the southern gate, where his veteran Spanish infantry is blocking entrance to the Romans. And after a good night's sleep, the kids are ready for the next 6 rounds. Addie begins to move in siege towers to attack along the main northern wall section, and has managed to strike a few hits against the gate with her battering rams. She brings up a unit supported by Scipio himself, and also manages to get one stand of her elite Triarii over the wall and into the courtyard. The Triarii begin to move in the direction of the capital, and she is able to get a few stands over an undefended wall section, forcing Jeffrey to react and move some of his units defending the main gate to the now contested courtyard. Jeffrey sends his one war elephant charging into the fray, but unfortunately suffers a negative modifier for being within the city walls and takes a DMZ, causing the elephant to panic.
They found my elephant's weaknesses, pointy objects.
Now I can finally defeat the elephants.
He sends some cavalry to engage the Triarii that made it past the wall, but they are swiftly killed by their spears. Consul Scipio is very pleased with this, and he moves even more Triarii into the courtyard in the direction of the Capitol building. Jeffrey is desperately trying to hold back the Romans, but fails almost all of his rolls for his arrow towers. The main gate has taken 2 hits, and Jeffrey's one war elephant continues to run around wildly in a panic, unable to rally off its DMZs. His veteran infantry has fallen at the southern gate, and he is under tremendous pressure on his main walls. And although he is barely holding on, the Roman casualties are starting to add up, and he is bringing up the rear guard to engage the Roman triarii who are just one turn away from the Capitol building. Round 4 ends with the enemies locked in combat, only inches away from a decisive victory for the Romans.
So I'm feeling pretty confident by myself. I'm trying to take the capital ability as quick as possible.
Scipio is having no luck gaining ground in the northern wall and is repeatedly beaten back by the veteran Spanish. The Spanish prove worthy opponents as they destroy one of the triarii stands and lower the Romans' morale clock, which is now down to 5.
My dice roll suck.
Pretty good. Because I got her morale clock lowered again. Because I got 5.
The Roman losses are starting to add up, and the remaining triarii in the city are taking hit after hit. Her units by the walls are being surrounded, and Scipio's unit is being absolutely throttled by the Spanish. When her last stand of triarii are killed, Addie decides to retreat her remaining troops to live another day.
At this point, I don't think I can take Carthage, so I'm going to retreat because my triarii died over there, and there's no hope.
Victory is mine. At the beginning, I was a little scared because she just had like so many units. I thought it was impossible for me to win. But the benefits that I had, like the stone walls in my city, and I also had plenty of Spanish Qatari, which are one of my best like non-mounted units. So I was able to kill most of her. And she ended up retreating. I think I did pretty good. I only lost 3 stands.
In the beginning, I was confident because I thought I was going to win because I started off good, but then at the end, I started getting bad dice rolls, and he just kept killing me, and he ended up killing my only hope to be able to get take Carthage.
Next week, I will be returning with Hannibal, and I will rain terror upon the Romans and take Rome.
I'm going to try to take my army and link up with my dad so that way I can have a better chance of survival. Thank you for joining us in HomeFront Wargaming.
If you like this video, make sure you subscribe.
And join us down in the comments.
See you later.